So it's a thing which has to be dealt with everyone hand in hand. The theme and the false statement of this theme, united we are secure, united we stand secure, is much appropriate. I do not understand how much hackers can do the damage to our governance in Jammu and Kashmir, because we are not yet dependent on information technology. Everything of ours is not digitized, it's not online, it's not dependent on information technology. But the way the world is growing, the way the world is moving ahead, and from a smaller thing to the biggest thing, from a smaller policy to the biggest policy, from a smaller business to the bigger business, and from a smaller point of security to the biggest point of security, world is dependent on information technology. And it's a very fragile thing within itself, which can be misused. Anybody sitting outside in a corner of world, sitting in his lobby, his bedroom can do anything. And we cannot watch and wait, doing him the damage and then fix the damage. We have to make ourselves able to forecast that damage, to prevent that person from making that damage, or avoid any such disaster in our systems. I'm talking about everything, be it, as I said, be it business, be it governance, be it anything. As I said, I won't talk about much the cyber security. I'll take this opportunity because I see the number of guests who are not only opinion makers, who are also decision makers, who can do a lot. I'll take this opportunity to address to them. I come from a state which is beginner in information technology, but our dedication is as much strong as it was that of Hyderabad's, that of Karnataka's. We are committed to give a better governance to our citizens, and for which we think the introduction of e-governance is more important. And we are committed to give opportunities to our local youngsters who come out from different institutions. We get a resource person from different institutions, not less than 5,000 every year, but they do not have opportunities in their own state, because we do not have businesses there, we do not have multinational companies there. So they are left with no other choice to come other than coming out and working in places like Hyderabad, places like Bangalore, places like Mumbai and Delhi. We want to make opportunities for them in their own place. We are committed to them. We want to open our doors for the big players of IT sectors. We want to open doors, and we'd be appreciating MNCs who guide the ways to come in and help us to bring the revolution in IT sector and help us bring that economic boost. Unfortunately, as I was talking to Mr. Qureshi the last night, unfortunately, the media always blows a single incident in Kashmir out of proportion. A very little incident. One of the things that happens in Kashmir can happen anywhere in India. Your commissioner is here. He can agree with this. I think a robbery type of a thing, a gang fight type of a thing is more often in cities like Hyderabad, in cities like Mumbai. A crime type of a thing, offense, is more often seen in cities like Hyderabad and Mumbai. But still, it's considered much safer place for multinational companies. These kind of incidents we do not get to see in Kashmir. We hardly get to see a civil crime. We hardly get to see a corporate crime sort of a thing in Kashmir. What we get to see in Kashmir is incidents related to militancy, But unfortunately, a single incident is blown out of proportion. If I remember correctly, the last incident in Kashmir, militancy related, that happened was some 4 to 5 months back. And since then, nothing has happened. That very single happened also in a remote area of Kashmir that had nothing to do with the urban population or the urban areas where the businesses are established. What I mean to say is, security-wise, Kashmir is as secure as any other part of India, but you cannot assure a foolproof security anywhere. Look, if the World Trade Center is not secure, if the United States of America cannot guarantee you a foolproof security, then no other place on this planet can guarantee you a foolproof security. What I mean to say is, if any other state in India is secure, then the state of Kashmir is as much secure. No one needs to hesitate. Yes, I understand the multinational companies or the players who come and set their businesses anywhere or in any place do appreciate the government. Yes, we recognize that. That is something which has to be offered. I'm working on that. I'm talking on part of my government. I'm working on that. My Chief Minister is working on that. We are committed to do everything. We have no other employer in state other than the state government. The number of registered unemployed educated youth that we have is somewhere around 4 to 5 lakh youths, and the number of vacancies that we have available in government sector is only 100,000. So we cannot meet the demand with the available posts that we have. We ought to have the private sector like the cities of Hyderabad, Bangalore, and many other places in India where the private sector plays the major role in terms of providing employment to the youngsters. We also need to have the private sector there. For that, we understand the incentives have to be worked out. We have to come out with a policy, and in this case, the IT policy, I'm working on that. Since I took over the office of IT Ministry in my state, I have been working on the IT policy, and I hope within a couple of months, I'll be coming out with a comprehensive IT policy. And after that, we may be able to tell to the world, look, this is something that we have to offer to you. And in return, we expect some help of yours. If I'm not wrong, last time when I was in Hyderabad, I met few companies. And I was told that the beginners were Microsoft itself, who came and first set the base. When the big players come and set their base, the others follow. That's something what we appreciate in Kashmir. If the big players do come up, it's not always about making business. You have made a lot of business. I wish you all the very best in future. Make a much better business, much bigger business. You can also make business in Kashmir. But always it's not all about making business. Sometimes it's more than business. You understand the humanitarian touch more than me, and you can come up with that humanitarian touch to Kashmir, and in return, I assure you, you can make business. But still, I would say that we ourselves are not ready. How do I make bigger statements here? But whenever we get ready, I hope within a month or two, we'll be ready to offer a bit of thing, or at least tell to the world, look, this is the direction in which we want to work, and in return, we expect your help. I appreciate the organizers of this summit for organizing this wonderful summit, for organizing this wonderful event. I thank you all for bearing out with me for this moment, and my special thank to Mr. Qureshi for inviting me and giving me opportunity to address to the audience like this. Thank you all, and I wish this summit, this event, all the very best, a great success. Thank you very much.